Welcome back everyone to another video. A lot of you have been asking, Mellock, how do you do that combo with Cyrax? We need a combo guide. Where is Johnny combo guide? Well, your wish has been granted. Today we have not a counter guide, but a Johnny Cage combo guide. A lot of Johnny players have given up on Cyrax, now playing Kano, Kung Lao, Tremor, and even Sonya. But for those of you who haven't given up on Cyrax and are looking to implement all of Johnny Cage's moves into your playstyle / combos, this guide is for you. In this guide, I'll be going over Johnny Cage's regular combos, hype combos, and fadeable combos for mid-screen and corner. I'll be showing optimals first and then other easier options you can do instead. I plan on doing more guides for Johnny Cage on how to use his plus frames, how to implement all of his moves within your playstyle, how to fight against certain matchups, and etc. So if you want to see more Johnny Cage guides, let me know by leaving a like down below and subscribe. We're almost at 10K. Here are the button references I'll be using to help you follow along with the guide. So without further ado, if you're ready to upgrade your Johnny, then what are we waiting for, bro? What are we waiting for exactly? Starting with Johnny's regular mid-screen combos, his launchers are 212, forward 124, and basically any hit confirm into EX Rising Star. As there are a number of ways to start your combos with Johnny, we'll just go down the list, starting with 212. Here is the first regular mid-screen optimal, or my go-to combo after 212. Bullseye. And you can also change up the ending if they're close to the corner. Bullseye. Spam your forward jump after 212. Make sure to dash into forward 1-2, or you could just spam forward into your character dashes. Call Cyrax right after or as the nut punch hits, and you should be good for combo number 1. Moving on to 434, our second meterless combo / combo starter. You know what I mean. For this combo, you will also need to dash, and for all the future combos, you will also need to dash in between strings. If you're a casual or a new player, don't be scared of the dashes. You can literally just spam forward, and when you see your character slide forward, input your next string. To go in more depth on dash canceling into a string, when you spam forward, your character will move once the recovery frames of the move previously inputted have finished. And if you input a string before your dash animation finishes, you are dash canceling into that string. And obviously, if you understand this already, you can skip ahead, but if not, this is what we'll be doing for the rest of our mid-screen combos. Now for our last meterless mid-screen combo, we have forward 124. This combo does the least amount of damage, but it's meterless, and it still does 30+%.
Oh, say less.
You can also launch your opponent for meterless combos with forward 4 and back 3, and those can be continued the same way the forward 3-4 combo was. That will end our meterless mid-screen combos, and now we can move on to the metered combos. This is going to go really quick because they all end the same but start differently, except for one, and that one is the metered forward 124 combo. This metered version only does 3% more than the meterless, so after landing forward 124, I usually go for the meterless to save my bar for a better combo, unless that damage will close out the round. For these next combos, they all end the same, so I'll show the combo once and then show all of the different starters and the damage they'll output. Each of these combos have two options, one being more difficult but outputting more damage than the other. Starting with the more difficult one, after connecting 212, dash canceling into stand forward will get you more damage but is a little more difficult to pull off compared to a really simple forward 1-2. So to fully end off our regular mid-screen combos, here are all of these starters with their two options and damage outputs. And keep in mind that after connecting the punch in the air, after dashing, wait a bit before inputting 212 or you'll whiff and drop the combo. Here we go. Bullseye. Bullseye. So those are all potential metered and meterless regular combos you can get with Johnny Cyrax from mid-screen. And now we can get into what you've all been asking for, the corner combos.
Yes! 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 Yes!
When I first started labbing Johnny, it seemed impossible to get a consistent timing on the Cyrax KAMEO call. But when I did find it, it was immediately and permanently added to my arsenal. And now I have finally come to teach it to you all. So before we get into our corner combos, let's practice the biggest part of our corner combos, which is making Cyrax fall back into the corner. Here is a really small combo to help you practice it. The small combo won't allow you to add back 2 into it, which is highly unfortunate. But to consistently get this timing, I make sure of 2 things. My opponent is low enough to the ground and that I call Cyrax after Johnny hits the nut punch. Not as he's hitting it, not as I'm inputting it, not after I input it, but right after Johnny connects that nut punch. Here's an example of getting the right timing with Cyrax, but not getting your opponent low enough to the ground before nut punch.
Bullseye.
As you can see here in this combo, I didn't delay 214, which kept the other Johnny pretty high in the air still. And inputting nut punch when they are this high will most likely mess up your combo every time. Let's look at a correct way and compare it to this one. When you have them like this, the 2-1-2 timing here isn't really that important. It is the 2-1-4 that comes after. After inputting 2-1-2, I don't immediately go into 2-1-4 after my recovery frames from 2-1-2 are over. I wait a little bit and then input 2-1-4. There isn't a certain thing to look for here to perfect the timing. Just wait a little before inputting 2-1-4. Here is a good position of where your opponent should be when connecting your nut punch compared to the bad position. And like I said before, you want to call Cyrax right after the nut punch connects. And lastly, as soon as Johnny finishes the stand animation, that is your cue to hold back 2 and catch your opponent as they are falling back down into the corner. Now that we went in depth on how exactly to consistently perform this part of the corner combo, let's see it again in normal speed before we get into the rest of our corner combos. Hopefully I explained this well for you guys. If you managed to get it, let me know in the comments and by liking this video. And now we can finally get into the rest of the corner combos. Johnny's restand is truly amazing in the corner and can allow you to have even more fun with him, which is why we'll get into the hype combos next. Since we're already in the corner, we might as well start the hype combos here. And just so you guys know, it's going to be pretty hard to fit all these inputs on the screen, but we'll make it work. If you don't know by now, Johnny can cancel his hype activation into any special, which allows him to create really long and powerful combos. Let's look at one all the way through, then I'll go over what I think are the most difficult parts of this combo. So after activating hype, midway through activation, input nut punch twice, and you don't need to enhance nut punch to get the enhanced stun effect. After inputting nut punch twice, go into Johnny's command dash and input 214. This is the hardest part of the combo, as the timing of your 214 needs to be precise, because if you input it too early, nothing will come out and the combo will be dropped, and if you input it too late, they'll block and the combo will be dropped. So practice this hype combo, as it is my optimal or go-to after successfully landing back 2 in the corner. We don't need to go over each version, it's basically all of the corner combos into that exact hype combo after landing back 2. So now let's go into the mid-screen hype combos, which are more costly than the corner combos. Sometimes out of desperation for a life lead, I'll waste most to all of my meter to get these mid-screen hype combos, and most of the time they'll end up paying off. So these hype combos are basically your regular mid-screen combos, but the nut punch will be enhanced and Cyrax full KAMEO meter will be needed. I know, full KAMEO meter, 2 bars, that's why it's a desperation combo. In mid-screen, horizontal helicopter is the only way to add hype to your combos. And when it got patched, my hype combos also got patched. So unless you want to go and play KAMEO and just forget about the corner combos with Cyrax that literally give you 50% combos with one KAMEO call, only needing to spend 1 bar of meter, I don't know. But anyways, these combos are very expensive and should only be used in desperation for a life lead / comeback, to close out a game, or to just style on your opponent and have some fun. Similar to the corner hype combos, these all end the same. So after enhancing nut punch, get into that hype stance and
Go crazy. Go stupid.
And lastly, well, for the last main combos, we have the fatal blow combos. And for the fatal blow combos, we'll have the long and short ones.
Pause.
For situational purposes. Taking our short fatal blow combos, for example, if my opponent is close to his breaker and I want this combo to hit, I'll hit him with one of these. Those are the quick fatal blow combos that you could use and their damage output, and these can also be done in the corner the same way. Before we get into the longer / better fatal blow combos, keep in mind that during every fatal blow, spamming X or any of those 4 buttons will increase the damage of your fatal blow randomly. And if your opponent is spamming a button during your fatal blow, it would decrease the fatal blow damage. So you guys could possibly be fighting for damage there. So without further ado, to end off fatal blow combos, here are the official 50+% fatal blow combos in the corner and in mid screen.
Bullseye.
Those are all of your fatal blow combos, so the last and final thing I have for you all today is the jump in combos. After jump 2, you could simply go into your regular combos and turn it into a hype or fatal blow combo if needed. But for jump 3, it leaves your opponent airborne, which will require a little bit of this. And that will do it for this Johnny Cage combo guide. If you've made it this far, how about I show you something else you can do with Cyrax. After hitting your opponent with Cyrax net, even from full screen, you have the time to build up hype and get a free hype combo. And if you manage to get your opponent while they're in the corner, that just makes it even better. But anyways, that is all I have for you. I'm trying my best to stay consistent. I do want to get some Texas Chainsaw Massacre content going. They just had an update recently with a new victim and a new killer, and they got some toxicity going on over there that y'all don't even know about. If you found this combo guide helpful, let me know by leaving a like down below and subscribe if you're new to stay tuned to this once a month content. I'm kidding. Or am I? Let me know in the comments if you have any sauce with Cyrax I haven't shown. And with that being said, we got Quan Chi coming soon. So stay tuned, my guy.